Riley, I'm so glad that we met and we started working together because we have a lot of similar passion, and it's helping people, right?
100%. And I think that's kind of how we hit it off was, okay, how are you helping people? Okay, there's overlap between how we help each other. And it just send us down to like a fun exploratory marketing questions, CRM, website. Okay, how do you get leads? How do you attack leads? And we found that there were a lot of overlaps in a good way. And it felt like we should not be working together.
Right. And one of the best overlaps that we did have was actually who we serve. Right. We serve a lot of like the senior community, but also like Gen Xers and millennials who have aging parents. And like, what do you do with aging parents that have houses that they can't maintain?
Yeah.
They really don't want to make decisions. It's like, what do you do?
Right. I mean, loaded question.
Yeah.
Loaded question. And I think it's because there's the amount of variables that go into aging parents. It's a very loaded statement. And, quantifying status of health is, do we need to get mom or dad help? Understanding the role that the assets play in this, too, is there's a lot of emotional tie and logical strategy tie, too, of.
They ask, where do we start? Do we need this money for their retirement, for their care? I mean, these questions are like insane.
It's tricky to get to the bottom of them. I'll be honest.
It is.
And each one, they're snowflakes in a good way. For example, we've been able to work with Carolyn in Central Washington and help her with an aging and retirement pillar that she had. She has a fantastic financial advisor. She saved well. However, it was time to implement the reverse mortgage.
Yeah. And
her financial advisor brought it up to her of, you have no heirs to leave this to. Let's be strategic about it and elongate your retirement. A reverse mortgage might be a good opportunity or a good fit. After weeks and months of conversations here or there, email chains or phone calls, we stumbled upon that this is the right move. But it was an educated decision with multiple parties. And so the win from that definitely was creating a network around yourself to help with the retirement years.
Yeah.
Leveraging other people's skill sets to work together for the seniors' behalf. Those are things that you and I both pride ourselves on, which is teaming up to solve the problem. And everyone's going to play a role and help decide what the best move is going to be.
Absolutely. And I used to be a teacher, so I love that education part. So we have a very similar approach to that.
Yeah.
And that's why I developed this 4-step system to really just help people go through these paces and figure it out, which is, honestly, what are we going to do? Right. Where do we start? What is the care? What are the legal structures? What are the finances? And then eventually, actually doing it. Making the move, maybe selling the house, maybe keeping it and transferring it to, their heirs or whoever they want to. It's kind of a big deal, which is why I'm super excited about our event coming up.
Yeah.
We're just going to do the 101 and just give people a really broad sense. And we've got Susan Ford, who's a really well-known estate attorney licensed in both Washington and Oregon.
Yep.
So she can help with multiple families, multiple assets across state lines. As both of us can too. I mean, we both
100%.
Help anybody in the Portland metro area, which is great.
Absolutely. She'll have great takes on how to structure things. Also the yeses and nos. I know just from meeting with seniors and clients of aging parents, we don't even know what the first question to ask is in estate planning or breaking up the assets.
Yeah.
When mom dies, do we just get dispersed a check? How does
it
work?
go?
And
Exactly.
Being able to sit with Susan and get some of those questions answered will be helpful. And then what lever to pull when is the other thing. Do we move into a community? Do we sell the house first? There's lots of moving parts here.
Yeah, when I was sitting down with the Hamilton family, I asked them that question, straight out the bat. First of all, what is your plan? That usually will glaze people over.
Yes.
And then secondly, it's do you need this money for your care? Do you need this money for your lifestyle in retirement? And what they say to me is so telling. The Hamilton family, they really didn't have any of that. So we started from ground zero, and just like you were saying, we kind of worked backward from their goals all the way to today. And people feel better when they actually have the details, when they have the knowledge and they have the plan. Because it takes a lot. And who wants to do that when it's emotional? Like, what if somebody actually falls or gets sick or something like that? I've seen it far too many times where, like Bob homeowner slips on a ladder cleaning the gutters, and suddenly it's like 6 months of rehab.
Yeah.
Then what do they do? And then after that, what is the quality of life? And it's just like, okay, where are we going to come up with the money to pay for that care? And then after that, do we need help? It's like, it's hard for people to make those decisions when they have to react to those like big events,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Being prepared can negate a lot of missteps and frustration, but also stress and anxiety. And it's not that we're coming here to create an estate plan for everyone that shows up. However, we should be able to start formalizing rough levers we know we need to pull and who to contact for what, when, and I just think it's going to be great value in time spent together. Lots of Q&A, some discussion panel. But
absolutely.
We should learn and leave with a page of notes or two,
Yeah,
ideally.
and I like how you said that too. I mean, a lot of aging parents, baby boomers, and even Gen Xers, they're super into being prepared.
Yeah.
But the most like effective way to be prepared is to have your finances in order and have your assets like in order.
Agreed.
You can be prepared for any type of natural disaster or something like that, but money solves money problems. And when you have a really good idea of what you have, what you're doing with it, it really actually glosses over a lot of the other things and makes life so much easier when it actually happens.
Yes.
So I'm excited. I'm excited for you and for Susan and for all of us to sit down for an hour on June 10th here at Keller Williams Portland Central in our education room. The address is 919 Northeast 19th Avenue, Portland, Oregon, 97232. And we'll be in Suite 100. It's just right inside the door. It's really easy. We have a big parking lot. So go ahead, sign up in the link below. We'd love to see you there. We will get you started with all these really tough questions.
See you there.